Following on from the same last time the channel on, getting back into skateboarding, and they made the reel. And this time we're going to make a grind box / manual pad. On this side here we've got a reel, and this side we've got a bit of box section. So this will mean we can practice our grinding reels and our nose slides and stuff on this side. I'm not going to make it too scary of height. It's just taller than a curb here. I think it's probably 6 inches or so. I'll measure it later. But later down the line, if this gets a bit small, we can bolt like a spacers or reels underneath this here to raise it up. That's the idea anyway, but we're going to make a solid platform now. But I think it's going to be pretty cool. We have a join here because I've only got 2 of these bits of trailer board, so we'll make a nice tight join here and we'll put some filler over it. But yeah, this is going to be pretty awesome. The wood is obviously going to be raised up 20 mil or something, just shy at the top of these, 5-10 mil or something. So there's not to be a crazy amount of modification to this here. Yeah, let's get into this. Well, this isn't really going to be a how-to in a way, but it will give you a rough idea how I went about it. And this is going to be just shy of 6 foot, literally like 3/4 of an inch off 6 foot, which is pretty long for me. It is going to be very heavy because it's made of steel, and I'm kind of cheating because I've got these things here, which is pretty much going to give me most of my platform without having to do a whole lot of work. Still going to have to do a bit of fabricating here, but it's going to be pretty easy. First up, I'm going to cut these down to the right length. Basically this one and the round one, that will give us our starting point, and then we can work from there. Probably going to just assemble it upside down, really. I think it's going to be the best option for me. I'm thinking that the height of this is just going to be a perfect height for our gap between the wood and the box section and the reel. So I'm just going to set these in the ground, set the wood on top of it. Going to put it in time lapse, going to start winging it and see how we end up. Well, this is just tacked well together at the minute, but it came together far too quickly. I'm happy with all the heights here. Here seems pretty good as well. Yeah, next up is need to reinforce the middle, so I'm going to put a leg in the middle. Join it, well, basically put a big, I think I've got a 4-inch plate there, or 5-inch, and I'm going to put that across there and then put a leg in the middle. That'll stop this sagging on the join, and then we just need to bulk out in here on the other side. And we can take it for a rip. I think with the middle strengthened, it should be good to go. Obviously we need to bolt the boards down, fully seam welded up. Well, not fully seam welded, just get a couple of stitches in there. And yeah, we should be ready to rip. Cool. Right, let's make the leg. So this actually is stupidly good for how simple it is. Even with this join, you can't actually feel it on the top when you're on top of it. But I am going to reinforce here just for peace of mind, because when the water starts getting into this here and everything, it might start to warp. But if I put a plate across there and bolt it on, that'll be good. But yeah, everything else seems to work quite well. I don't know if you noticed in the time lapse, but I had to cut this off because I forgot to put the spacer underneath it when I was messing around with it, and I went and fully seam welded it on and then realised it wasn't right, so I had to cut it off again. I put some countersink bolts in this here, and the wood's held down with countersink bolts. Another thing happened is I only had this tack welded on here on this side, just to test it out as broke the tack weld, but the actual main welds are good, so I can just straighten it up and tack weld that back on again. But yeah, I think with our runner across there, just turn it up a wee bit and it should be done. That should be good. On this join here on the other side, once I get this on and get it bolted down onto this plate, I think I'm going to put some eyes upon in the gap and just spray it black just to make it a bit nicer. But yes, we're getting there. Next up is this cross runner here, and I'd been toying the idea of using stuff in this width and putting it in there, but I'm now thinking that if I got a bit of box section, I can put that in there and just notch the ends out, set it down, seam weld around it, and then we can put a bolt right through the center. It should be mint. So that is the plan now. I'm gonna notch this bit of box section out, get that welded in, and then we can bolt it down. So you've probably seen that time lapse then. I got quite a bit of stuff wrapped up there. We've got this welded in, so the bolts come through the middle of those two planks, and then the bolt onto that rail that's welded on. I then put these bits of angle on just to stop any bit of flex in the end. It wasn't really too bad at the end, but I figured I had a couple of offcuts there. I was planning to stuff in here with angle, but that, or with flat, but that would have made it heavier, so trying to keep the weight down as best I can. And then I put some filler on the top of it. I didn't go overboard with the paint, mainly because it's going to get worn off anyway, but I actually had a V8 that grew a wee bit more, which I don't know if that was a good idea or a bad idea, but we'll find out how long the filler lasts. But yeah, let's take it out and go for a rip.
There we go. Seems quite effective. Just gotta practice now. It's a nice height, it's not too scary. You can kind of do loads of stuff on it easy. I actually landed my first tail slide on it, like ever. So yeah, pretty stoked. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you again in the next one.